worth it or not based on, you know, the actual price point. This is the pipette, literally like the amount that's there. Be careful. Okay, so I'm really excited to talk to you guys about these products from The Ordinary, and yeah, hopefully we can just get into it. And yeah, I can tell you more about what I've ordered, why I've ordered them, how I find or have found them. Hopefully this will be quite insightful for you if you are interested in buying products from The Ordinary. So if you've never been to my channel before, hello to you, I'm Miss T Lindo. My channel is basically all about things, well, content to do with dermatology and aesthetics, as that's an area that I'm quite passionate about. So do have a look around, see if there's anything that you might want to know more about. If there's, you know, anything you enjoy, then obviously do support me, give me like, subscribe and share if you can. Returning subscribers, hello, and let's get into these products. Okay, so I did a really big shop with Look Fantastic recently. That's where I get all my The Ordinary products from. And to be honest, it only came up to like around, I think, £50. So it's really, really affordable to buy products from The Ordinary. I do always go on about medical grade products, and I'm a big fan of SkinCeuticals if you've seen some of my other videos. But the thing is, at this current point in time, I literally just couldn't afford to buy all the products that I wanted from the SkinCeuticals brand. So I had to compromise, and I basically turned to The Ordinary because this is a brand that I have used before. It's a brand that I've been quite happy with. I've not had any adverse reactions to. And to be honest, when using products from The Ordinary, I do get similar amount of compliments like on my skin's appearance and stuff, similarly to if I do use something like SkinCeuticals. So a bit of a background of The Ordinary from what I'm aware at this current point in time. The company's CEO belongs to overall head brand called, I think it's Deceim, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Deceim. I'll put it in here. And their aim was basically to create an affordable range of skincare products that, you know, everyone has access to. So it's accessible to a wide range of people, a wide market of people that are into skincare or wanting to get into skincare, which I think is really fair. Their sort of ethos is that skin products don't need to cost as much as they do, hence such reasonable pricing for their products. So in that sense, they have been viewed, I guess, as quite controversial. I've seen a few reviews actually before I initially started getting into The Ordinary about whether they're actually worth it or not based on, you know, the actual price point of the product, as often the price point of the product can reflect the overall research that has gone into the product, the formulations, how strong the percentage is of each product. So yeah, that is something to look into. However, when looking at, you know, the packaging, for example, you know, it does always, you know, say or claim that it is, you know, a high strength formula that is used, which we are actually going to get into in this video. I have seen quite a few dupes of The Ordinary actually. An example of that is Revolution. So if you're from the UK, you might know about Revolution's makeup. They now have a skincare range, and they actually have a dupe which is literally like very similar to this. I believe it's 10% niacinamide and I think 1 or 2% zinc. I did actually pick that up and I put it in one of my reels, so I'll add that to this video as well. But yeah, so there are a few dupes of The Ordinary products. And yeah, I've kind of rambled on a bit, but yeah, okay, so I've ordered quite a few. The reason why I love The Ordinary is mainly because of, as mentioned, it is really affordable. So in my current circumstance, if I wasn't able to purchase any sort of like skincare products for what I specifically needed at the time. So at the time, I believe I ran out of hyaluronic acid. I didn't have a moisturizer, which I don't really use anyway, but I I like to have one that's basically just there. And I also ran out of, I think that was it actually. But yeah, running out of products, not having a good hyaluronic acid can really like reverse all the work that I've put into my skin. So knowing that, you know, there's brands like The Ordinary that are there and are available and are decently price pointed, that basically like saved me, to be honest, especially as I like to use a lot of retinols and stuff on my skin, which can make my skin really sensitive and really dry. It's very important for me to, you know, retain as much moisture as I can, especially like going to bed and at night and stuff like that. With The Ordinary, if you are in the UK, The Ordinary have a shop in Spitalfields Market, which is based in like East London. If you're outside of London, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure where you can get it from. I mainly just order them online. I prefer to just order online, mainly because of distance, and they don't really have it in like a wide variety of stores. I think some boot stores have them, but yeah, it's a little bit difficult to just, you know, pop into a shop and just pick them up. Okay, so without further ado, let's talk about the products that I've ordered. Okay, so number one, I've ordered this. This is the salicylic acid mask in 2%. So this comes in a 50ml bottle. What I like about this mask is it's a black mask. So as it's salicylic acid, it's really good for helping to reduce the appearance of really large pores or any spots that may be starting to build up on your face, particularly pustules, which are spots with pus in them. I don't squeeze my spots whatsoever, so I know that when double cleansing and using this mask maybe once a week, for my skin preferably, I know that it's going to reduce the size of that spot, probably even pop the spot for me altogether. So this is really good for that. This is I think like £5 or £6. I don't know the prices off the top of my head, I'm sorry. I'll link them down below, so that should help you guys. But I really like to have this on deck for like doing my weekly mask and stuff like that. So this is really good for that. If your skin is acne prone, oily combination, I recommend getting one of these, using it once a week or so. Oh, my phone keeps dying. It can be a bit tingly and stingy at first, so use it once a week, get your skin used to it, and then start to build up your tolerance towards it. But I wouldn't use more than like twice a week, to be honest. If you're combination skin, you can use it on like your oily areas such as the forehead and the T-zone, and then yeah, you can use a different mask on the sides. But this is the salicylic acid mask, so I got this. I also bought this, which is the caffeine solution in 5%. I'm sorry you guys can't see. So yeah, so this is basically to use around the eyes. The aim of this is to help reduce the appearance of dark circles and puffiness. To be honest, I do find that it helps. So just open the box. So it looks like this, and the instructions specifically state that you use it in the morning and the evening. I don't always use it in the evening, but sometimes I do. Obviously that's more effective, but I've actually started using a little bit of Vaseline under my eyes, and I feel like that works like dramatically as well. So this is the caffeine solution. I actually had this a few years ago. I was using it every morning. I didn't even end up finishing the bottle because, to be honest, I felt like it worked, but it wasn't something that I felt like I necessarily 100% needed. So it wasn't like an integral part of like my skincare routine, but I do want to start using it like properly now and seeing if I do get a better sort of result from that. It's in UV protected packaging as well, so like as I'm doing this video, obviously I've got my ring light and stuff. I can be assured basically that the product won't sort of denature in any sort of way. Once opening this, it lasts for like 12 months. You can put it in the fridge. I find that that will be, you know, quite helpful, especially as it is going around the eye area. So if you want that really like fresh look in the morning, then it can help to like put this in the fridge basically. So it's caffeine formulated, which basically helps to reduce the appearance of the puffiness and dark circles. So when I use it, this is the pipette, literally like the amount that's there, I'd probably use even less than that. And I don't put it on my fingertips, I put it directly onto the area that I want. So a little drop there, a little drop there, and I like press it into the skin and on the contour of my eye, not on the lids, because that area is really, really sensitive. Okay, and with this, I press the residue onto my nasolabial folds, just to reduce the appearance of that sunken in area as well. And I also find that that helps. So yeah, that was this that I ordered from The Ordinary, and I'll add the price down in the description below. If you do suffer from dark circles and puffiness around the eyes, in addition to this, you can also use a small amount of Vaseline and just press on top of it as well. That will be really useful for just sealing in the product and helping to brighten up that area. So the next products that I ordered was niacinamide. So yeah, these are from The Ordinary. I got them in a 2-pack because I love niacinamide, okay? I love niacinamide. I ran out of this and I stopped using it for I think 3 or 4 months, and I feel it could be a little bit of my perfectionism coming through, but I feel like I'm starting to have more blemishes and I don't want blemishes at all. So I'm back on my niacinamide. The first niacinamide I actually bought was from The Ordinary, and it's the only one that I've ever known and I've ever used, and I love it. I've not had any problems with this. There's nothing that I could really say in regards to if I 100% believe that it's improved my skin, because like I've said before, I do use a lot of products on my face, but with the niacinamide, I just love it. I haven't had any problems with it. So this is the bottle of the niacinamide, and this comes in 10% niacinamide and 1% of zinc. So niacinamide is basically, well, this niacinamide is supposed to be a really high strength formula that's to reduce the appearances of any scarring and blemishes on the surface of the skin. So this is to be used every morning and every evening as well after cleansing, and it will basically help you to deal with that. Lost my words for a minute. Okay, so I've seen some like things in the skincare community that basically talks about you shouldn't be using a vitamin C with niacinamide. However, I do, and I've not had any problems with it, and I feel like it actually works really well together. So yes, I do use my SkinCeuticals vitamin C and The Ordinary niacinamide. So I'm back on this, and when I use it, I do use it in the morning and the evening as well for maximum results. This isn't in a specific UVA UVB protection bottle, so do be careful when having this out in like your room or your bathroom or whatever. Make sure that it's not in direct sunlight if you want it to last long and, you know, work as best as it can on the surface of your skin. So yeah, it's a transparent formula. It's a little bit thick, kind of like a hyaluronic acid kind of consistency. And yeah, so I got this in a 2-pack just so I have backup. I hate running out of them, and I think the 2 of them together was maybe around, I think 10 pounds or something like that. So it actually worked out cheaper for me to just buy 2 as opposed to 1. So I have this in my stash for when I need it. And yeah, so when I use this, I use it after my C serum, and then I'll put some of my other serums on top and then put my heavier creams on after, just so that it's, you know, basically protected into the skin. If you use a heavier cream and then try and put your niacinamide or your hyaluronic acid on top, it's not going to absorb as well as it should do. So bear that in mind. If you are going to start using niacinamide, put your heavier creams on afterwards. The next product that I bought was my hyaluronic acid. Love, love, love hyaluronic acid. I go between SkinCeuticals and The Ordinary. The first hyaluronic acid I ever used was from The Ordinary as well. So I have history with this product. They do a bigger bottle now, which I'm really happy about. So that's the one that I opted for this time so that I don't run out. And this is the bottle, which you're probably not going to be able to see. So I use this. This is to be used in the morning and the evenings as well, and that's exactly how I use it. So yes, hyaluronic acid in 2%, and you know, The Ordinary claims that this is a hydration support formula, which is ultra pure and also vegan as well. So when I use this product, I love the consistency of it. It's really it's quite thick and slimy and a bit sticky. And once you put it onto your skin just looks like glass. Like, it looks really, really nice. And then you give it a few minutes and then your skin begins to absorb it, and it really, really primes and sets your face really nicely for when you begin to put your thicker moisturizer or something on top. So I am a big fan of this product. When I use the hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary, I haven't had any problems with dryness or flaking. So in my personal opinion, I feel like it works really well. As I said, I do use retinoids quite a few times within a week, and if I don't use my hyaluronic acid or a good moisturizer, what happens is, particularly around the mouth area, my skin can begin to sort of lift and give a really dry or patchy look. But when I use this, I rarely ever have that problem. So this really does the job for me. When I use this, I use around 4 to 5 drops. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I press that into my skin. Any remaining residue I'll press onto the neck area. You can use more on the neck area if you wish to, but me personally, I don't. So with this from The Ordinary, considering the price point and how effective I personally find it to be, I would 100% recommend this as a good hyaluronic acid to use, especially if you are starting out in skincare and you're not too sure what brands to start out with, what might be best for you. This is a really good product to use. Just going back to the niacinamide quickly, I forgot to mention that if your skin is broken or really sensitive, like if you've had a peel done or you've scratched your skin or something like that, don't use the niacinamide on that area, as it will sting and burn and probably leave you with a worse skin sort of outcome. So stay away from niacinamide if that. So back to the hyaluronic acid. With this product, I do recommend using a moisturizer. I have spoken before about moisturizers not being entirely necessary for your skincare routine, which is not. You don't have to use a moisturizer, but if you prefer that additional comfort on your skin, especially if you're peeling or you are prone to becoming quite dry, a hyaluronic acid is literally the holy grail to pair up with a really, really good moisturizer. So do consider getting a moisturizer as well if that's within your if that matches your skin concern and your main skin needs. So speaking of moisturizer, I got a moisturizer as well. So this is the Natural Moisturizing Factors, and this also has some hyaluronic acid in it as well. So as it says, it's a surface hydration formula. So it's just going to hydrate the surface of the skin. Its main aim isn't really to go too deep onto the deep layers of the skin as these other products will. It's basically just for the surface only. So it talks about having amino acids, which is basically protein. It talks about having dermal lipids, which is dermal fats. So your skin is dermis, your skin's dermals. Dermal basically means skin, so skin fats, and it's got hyaluronic acid in it, which is really, really good. So as I didn't actually mention it, but hyaluronic acid is a natural sugar that's found within your skin, and hyaluronic acid basically, it binds onto water, which keeps your skin looking really nice, plump and hydrated. So considering that this is a moisturizer with hyaluronic acid, and if you're using it with an actual proper hyaluronic acid serum, you can imagine how like amazing that will be for your natural hyaluronic acids to then bind onto as much water as it can and have your skin looking really plump, fresh, youthful. This is just really good for like fine lines, wrinkles and any sort of issue like that. So the box has really clear instructions. I wish you could see this. Oh no. Okay, well, the box has really clear instructions where, you know, it does say that you should be applying this after using your serums, and, you know, don't use on broken skin. You can patch test beforehand, and there's more sort of support on the website if you're unsure on how to apply it, etc. So this is a really tiny bottle. This is in 30 ml, mainly because I don't really use a moisturizer, like I said. And yeah, but even though this is such a small bottle, this will literally last me like quite a few months. The serums tend to last for 12 months after opening. This being a thicker cream, it still also lasts for 12 months. Which I think is quite fair, to be honest. If your product's lasting for too long, then you should be a little bit concerned, mainly because what other products are they adding to your product so that it's lasting so long? Do you know what I mean? Like, you want your product to be quite raw and fresh so that you know it's effective in doing what it's supposed to be doing. So yeah, this will last me quite a few months. When I use it, I'd use about literally a pea size. I don't use a lot of moisturizer, probably about that, if even that. And yeah, that will last me a while. So this is the consistency. As you can see, it's quite thick. It doesn't really move as much as some other moisturizers may do. You know, they can be quite runny, and you know, they'd move around and stuff like that. And literally how I'm dotting it on my neck is how I would dot it on my face. And using my middle fingers or my index finger, I gradually just rub that in. And when rubbing in as well, you want to rub in upwards, no matter what moisturizer you're using, because, you know, you're standing up, you're sitting all day, gravity is taking its toll on your skin, and you want to reverse that. So we just cream upwards. So this is the cream from The Ordinary, and this pairs really, really well with a hyaluronic acid serum. For the price point as well as like all the other products that I have here, this is really, really fair for the amount you're getting for the moisturizer. It does the job, it lasts. Sometimes I do keep it with me if my skin's going to be peeling, so that I can just reapply throughout the day and keep my skin like really like fresh and hydrated and stuff. And last but not least, I have this from The Ordinary. This is really popular, that I've seen this everywhere. Well, this is the AHA and BHA peeling solution, sorry. So this is like a red formula, and the aim of this is to basically exfoliate the skin. So it is quite stingy on applying. I don't use it often, to be honest. I use it when my skin looks really, really dull and I feel like it really needs a refresh. then I would use it. And then I'd use probably like 4 drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then smooth that on my skin and literally wash it off, bang, after the 10 minutes. So this was my original bottle that's basically run out now, but I'll show you anyway. So yeah, you leave this on for 10 minutes. It's a red solution like that, like blood red. As you can see, it's quite runny. I have had this for a while, hence why I ordered a new one. And yeah, so when you use this, you want to make sure that your skin's really like dry before applying, as it can make your skin way more sensitive, which is what you don't want. So yeah, you don't want to apply this onto your wet skin. Being AHA and BHA, this is of course really good for people that suffer with acne, of course, oily skin, all that stuff. It's really a popular exfoliant, so this thing is going to slough away any dead skin cells or buildup of oil that's just lodged onto the surface of your skin. Being easily, you know, bought online and stuff like that, of course it's not a deep peel, it's very superficial, but using it you can see a difference onto the surface of your skin. When I've used it, I don't leave it on for more than 10 minutes because I don't want my skin to burn or have any sort of, you know, drastic adverse reactions to it. Similarly to the salicylic acid pill, you can spot use it. Spot using it meaning you can use it on the specific areas of your skin that you think would benefit from the area. So if your cheeks are really dry, I wouldn't put this serum pill, onto my cheeks. I would focus it on the areas that I feel like are the problem areas, as that's where you'll get the most benefit and you can do more harm to the other areas of the skin and good. So yeah, with this, the pH is 3.6. If you're into your science, you know that that's quite acidic, okay? So that's, yeah, gonna slough away and exfoliate and, you know, do that sort of job. The reason why I ordered this is because I do find it quite useful. I have seen as well talk of this product not being good for like dark and ethnic skin types, that, you know, it's really sort of bad for your skin, but I disagree. I feel like if you're using it properly as advised, and you know you're not using it on damaged skin, you're using an appropriate SPF, you're using your hyaluronic acid and moisturizers afterwards, then there's no problem whatsoever. Because I use this, I don't use it weekly, I use it maybe once every couple of weeks or occasionally as I need it, and I've not had any adverse reactions with my skin. It is very strong, okay? So when using it, do expect your skin to like tingle and sting for maybe like the first 3 to 5 minutes. And of course, like using any other skincare product, your skin will get used to it, and then, you know, it will be fine. So if you're interested in using this product, I wouldn't run away from it entirely. You know, do a patch test beforehand if you can, and see how you find it, see how your skin reacts to it, and basically just take it from there. The thing with skin is that no one's skin is exactly the same, so you have to bear that in mind when trying not just this product but any sort of skincare product. So yeah, so from The Ordinary, I believe this was like, I think £6, and you know, I do personally find it effective for exfoliating. When using this pill, you can actually use a more moisture locking mask afterwards as well, which can be really useful, because once exfoliating, it can obviously help to basically, you know, put the moisture back into your face. This is from SkinCeuticals, but SkinCeuticals have a phytocorrective mask, and that pairs really nicely with this because that is like a really nice calming mask. So yeah, they go really well together, to be honest. But yeah, from The Ordinary, I don't have any problems with this. I like it, I bought it again. So that's that. So a lot of information shared, but those are the products that I recently ordered from The Ordinary. I hope you found this video useful. Yeah, don't be scared to look around at The Ordinary. I'm quite, I trust the brand, I'd say. I find, yeah, I like the brand. I don't have any problems with the brand, to be honest. I find their formulations are really effective. So for example, with the niacinamide and the caffeine solution, the niacinamide is second on the ingredients list and the caffeine here is second in the ingredients list. So when they're saying that they're high strength formulas, these are high strength formulas. They're just priced at very affordable and reasonable prices. So definitely don't run away from, you know, The Ordinary products. Their formulations are high, they're trustworthy, I find them quite reliable, it's affordable, and as you can see, I'm happily buying again. So yeah, so that's my review and my little, I guess, haul on The Ordinary products. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you again in my next one. Bye.